He said there must be the best part of 2,500 up there. Do we move? Do we stay?
Happy days in the hide. Dan Thor gets more pigeons than he bargained for in a day on the drillings.
Since he's been gone, every time he leaves the hide, we seem to shoot pigeons. So, yeah, that's worked out a treat, mate. To be fair, we've actually had a good day.
David gets certified. Peter Jones from the Shooting and Hunting Academy puts him through the Proficient Deer Stalking Certificate, PDS1.
See, there's hidden talents, you see.
Yeah.
Hidden talents.
I've been telling
everybody
all
for
that
years.
time behind the camera.
I know,
You should have been in front of it,
but
man.
I've obviously been educated by the best.
David is also performing his weekly duties on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump, and at the request of YouTube, I am wearing my special Happy 20th Birthday YouTube t-shirt. Welcome to Fieldsports Britain.
Dan Thor is excited to be back out after the pigeons. It's been a while, partly because there simply haven't been the birds about, but there's another reason.
Some good news, had a baby. He's now 8 months old, so yeah, it's exciting times for us. I've just enjoyed spending time with him. I really have, and I can't wait to have him out with me and Dean, or me and other mates and that. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, but at the moment he takes a lot of my time up. And Shannon's really good, you know, she lets me still go out and do what I want, what I love. So yeah, it's been great, mate, honestly.
He's a bit young for his first picture.
He's a bit young, he's 8 months at the moment. A lot of people obviously haven't seen him yet because, yeah, I'm a bit worried about the old posting kids, to be honest. So, yeah, watch his space. Once he gets a little bit older and a bit wiser, he can pop out of us and I'm sure he'll be running around picking birds up.
The problem today is where to set up. The farm workers have drilled several large fields recently and they're all attracting birds.
There's an awful amount of birds here, isn't there?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man.
This oak tree looks like the best spot. Dan and Dean waste no time putting up a hide and setting the decoys.
But I have been trying to get out and look around, but we're literally seeing nothing about. It has been so quiet, which is very odd for us. Like I say, normally we're going out once a week or every other week. You could shoot 100 or an 80 or a 50, but yeah, this year I've struggled. I think I've been out 3 times and I've probably managed 150 within them 3 days. So where normally it's obviously a lot more, but you know, each year changes. So hopefully next year can only get better.
We've only been in the hide 5 minutes and we're off to a flying start. Dan is shooting his favourite Maruku.
There she is, the little trusty Miracle. But actually looking at another one. So hopefully the end of the month, fingers crossed, if I can get hold of the gun shop, I should have a second one on the go. So I can use this for in the hide and then use the second one that I get for good. So yeah, we're back to that. There's hopefully better shooting on the way now.
We are getting some action. There is a huge flock of pigeons over the wood in the distance. Dean reckons they are feeding on a field beyond the horizon. He leaves Dan in the hide while he goes in to see if it is worth moving our position.
All right, well, we'll fire a shot, mate, then come back this way and then we'll have a little decide then. Oh, mate, see you, mate. Bye-bye. He said there must be the best part of 2,500 up there. Here comes another one now, just coming in. Yeah, he's just coming across the field now, as you can see. But yeah, he must have pushed a good 2,000 off that field. Oh, yeah, good 2,000 off that field, and he said that they're just sticking to it. So once he comes back, we'll have a little assessment and see what's going on. But since he's been gone, every time he leaves the hide, we seem to shoot pigeons. So we'll let him know about that when he comes back. It's a hard one today. We're probably I reckon we'll do a bag of at least 40 or 50 here if we stayed here. But like I said, Dean's just seen a hell of a lot of birds over there. So it's one of them. Do we move? Do we stay? when he comes, we can figure it out. He can have a little chat and decide from there. But here comes another one again.
When Dean returns, the big question is, do we stay put or move to the other field that's proving more of a draw?
Yeah, it's a hard one because, like I say, we've shot a few. We have just shot another 5 here.
Yeah.
We're chatting a plane come next minute. One's in.
Yeah.
Might have to go and turn. There's a couple on their backs that they're putting off, but
Might be one of them days, mate, to ride it out and see what happens, maybe.
While we decide, Dan nips out to tidy up some shot birds that are lying on their backs and could be scaring off approaching pigeons. The birds keep coming, so staying put seems like the best plan.
Oh, it's a nice shot like that.
oh, look at that! Maybe we should have set up over there to the right-hand side, or maybe we should have been on the stronger line up the top there, to be honest. So you chose the oak tree. Probably wasn't the best spot, you know, for today, but to be honest, it's worked out pretty well, and we've had some good shooting, so can't complain. It was 79 woodies and 8 crows, rooks, whatever you want to call them. So, yeah, no, it's worked out a treat, mate. To be fair, we've actually had a good day for once. Do you know what? It's been a really long year.
Yeah,
I know Dino's been out a bit more than me because he's got the time, and obviously, and I've been out a few times, but it's actually nice to be able to get out and get the day to actually go right, and it's worked out a treat. For once in our lives.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. So, yeah, no, thank you. That's been good.
You can find Dan and Dean on Instagram, links below. And for more about the Jack Pike clothing they're wearing, go to jackpike.co.uk.
Thank you, Dan and Dean. Sounds like a comedy double act. Next up, more sit down than stand up. It's David on the Fieldsports Channel News Stump. This is Fieldsports Channel News. The Countryside Alliance Foundation has scored a major win in the battle for hearts and minds on field sports. Launched through its award-winning Fishing for Schools programme, you can now take a GCSE in fishing. The off-qual regulated qualification called Angling and Countryside will help young people develop practical skills, confidence and pathways into further education and employment. 4 schools have already signed up to the pilot.
It's going to be about getting kids, particularly those that struggle in that 4-walled, whiteboard-centred environment, out into the countryside, getting fresh air and learning about fishing and the countryside. And there's been a fantastic response from the media, from the wider countryside, lots of people wanting to get stuck in and to help this course succeed. And we're really excited about the potential of this qualification and seeing as many children benefiting from it as possible. Angling is a ginormous industry, not just domestically, but globally, and the possibilities within that sector are vast.
Antis claim to have vandalised pheasant pens in Wiltshire. Posted anonymously on the Animal Liberation Front's Icelandic website, a photo shows a shoot they claim is near the White Horse in Uffington, where Sabs tore down pens, emptied a water butt and feeders. Surrey Police wildlife crime officers are taking no action over poaching. That's the accusation from local shoots after a string of 999 calls to scenes of poaching produced no arrests. In one case, police seized 5 dead pheasants, a catapult and a bag of bull bearings from a car, but said that this photograph was not enough evidence for an arrest. A multi-agency meeting in the Scottish Highlands is looking at the impact of this summer's wildfires. Delegates from bodies including the Scottish Fire and Rescue Service and Scottish Land and Estates described the blazes as the biggest in living memory. They include fires at Carbridge and Darver in the Cairngorms National Park, lasting a number of days. Scottish firefighters said they attended more than 200 incidents across the country. An 8th series of the Mortimer and Whitehouse Gone Fishing is coming back to the BBC. Paul and Bob and dog Ted are back talking carp, as they put it, and going to places that they have either fished before or which resonate with the two comedians from the past. It's on BBC iPlayer and BBC Two from 9 p.m. on Sunday, the 26th of October 2025. It's been a good week for catfish anglers. Christoph Pira and Adrian Gontars from the Polish Angling Academy caught a 292-centimetre catfish in a reservoir in Rybnik in Poland, a possible new world record, beating the previous record of 285 centimetres from the River Po in Italy. Meanwhile, a British holidaymaker has hauled in a 9-foot 9-inch fish weighing 258 pounds in a river in Spain. Josh Garrity said that the sheer force of the fish almost dragged him into the Segre Delta. An animal rights charity is disappointed that the UK's National Highways has turned down their application for a memorial plaque at the site where hundreds of chickens died in a lorry fire. As part of an advertising campaign, PETA wanted this memorial plaque to be put up on the A12 in Essex, where the incident happened in October 2025. All over the world, whenever a livestock truck crashes and animals die, PETA makes a similar application, always with the advertising tagline, "Try vegan." Thanks to Greg Hill for the story. And finally, it's not just catfish in the news, it's cats too. One Moggy owner claims that his cat took down a deer. The lead accountant for the Montana Knife Company was late into work because he had to gralloch and butcher a deer that his cat had killed in the front yard of his house. Okay, it may have run into a fence and died, but the cat is claiming it. Thanks to Per Holmseth for the story. You are now up to date with Fieldsports Channel News. Stalking the stories, fishing for facts. Fieldsports Channel members get more. Every week there's Fieldsports Extra, our exclusive show packed with behind-the-scenes clips, interviews and a free prize draw. Plus, membership gives you access to our Fieldsports Advice Bureau for help with shooting and firearms licensing, with our in-house lawyer on your side. And with our insurance, you're covered for £5 million public liability for shooting activities across the UK, as well as legal expenses cover. Join today so we can keep the pressure on and the volume up.
Here's what's in this week's Fieldsports Extra. An obvious problem for a deer stalker, a bloke with a rhino, and more from Field to Fork educator Darren Sherwood.
We wouldn't shoot a cow in a field and leave it.
This week's Fieldsports Extra prize draw is for £150 worth of outdoors workwear from Jack Pike. We have the Dalesman hoodie, the technical work trousers and the Shire's dealer boots. Link to Jack Pike below. Now, at the weekend, we published a new episode of Farming Britain. I visit a family farm in the Surrey Hills where they are trying everything to keep the land in food production, but they fear for the future.
All that's going to happen in Surrey is that little 180-acre farms are going to get sold, and they will be one field here to another nice house and another field. They'll all just be pony paddocks.
Follow the link to see that. Next, David goes to stalking school.
I'm in a very strange position that I hunt animals, but never pull the trigger. I'm always the passenger, never the driver. So when Peter Jones from the Shooting and Hunting Academy asked if I would be interested in doing the Proficient Deer Stalking Certificate 1, I didn't really know what to think. What would I really learn, having filmed hundreds of animals being shot with a rifle? But then I asked Neil, because the one and only deer I've shot was with him on a glorious November day in 2016. I've only ever shot one deer, and that was with you.
That's correct. And it was one shot. In fairness, most of your shots have been with the thing you're pointing at me at the moment. And in that, I think you've been a terrific ambassador for the sector. So I'm delighted that you're
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think and to be honest, what's wrong with adding to your portfolio of skills? And I think one of the great advantages of things like the PDS course is that it's now an ability to accredit your learning and your ability and to map your progress. And that's really what you want to be able to do. And I don't expect you to stop at level 1, level 2 or level 3. I expect you have a degree in ecology, Mr. Wright. So, I mean, this should be a walk in the park.
Oh my God, I can actually add to my CV for like, like 30 years. Maybe I can ask Charlie for a raise.
You should, yes. Look, I have a PDS now. Or you can at least turn up here and say, look, step aside, I'll show you some moves.
I think it'll be a while before I'm asking Neil to step aside. So, over the past few weeks, I've been studying, working through the e-learning element of the Proficient Deer Stalking Certificate 1. It's actually been really convenient. On days I was editing, I'd just switch from working on the show to watching Peter and working my way through the next section of the course, which could be 5 minutes or 20. I enjoyed all of it, but did have to revisit the ballistics section to get my pass, which means I needed to book my practical assessment with one of 100 verifiers across the country, including the likes of Neil and Kai. Mine just happened to be Peter.
Good to see you, David.
Good to see you.
Must feel a bit strange being in front of the camera instead of behind.
It's really weird. I was saying earlier to yourself and to James, I don't think, apart from doing the news, I've actually done this sort of bit, unless for some reason something's gone horribly wrong. So yeah, it's a bit weird.
I think you said it, in fact, it was the first ever time
you've
done it.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Amazing.
I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. But this whole thing feels a bit sort of like backseat driver almost, because I just follow people. I'm filming them, and I film them in lots and lots of different locations, pulling lots and lots of triggers on lots of different types of animal. But it was really cool to do it.
Firstly, I'm glad you did it, because you know, it's quite a commitment of time, isn't it?
Yeah, but actually, because I was by my computer, because a lot of the work, if I'm not in the field, I'm at my computer editing. So when I'm waiting for something to export, when I'm ingesting some material, I could just flick on Your Good Self and start the course. That's cool.
So you, as I understand, you've worked your way all through the theory element of the course, haven't you? That's the PDS 1, Proficient Deer Stalker Level 1, and you're sick of the sight of me now, I expect, because it's been running for a few hours.
Well, it's not just you, is it? So fair play. There's a bit of Mike and there's a bit of Jason. But it's you sort of forget that. You're the tutor, so it was good. It was good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, and you've done all the theory element online. We're here to do the practical element today, aren't we? So this will be the element of your form, which we'll be filling out later. But your aim today then, David, if you can, is to place, and this is just to be clear about what the practical consists of.
Please,
So we've got to, of course, be safe all the way through it, make sure that we're handling the weapon safely. And then we're going to be looking for you to place 6 shots into a 5-inch area, which is about that, from 2 different positions.
Okay, I can hear, almost like Roy Lupton, sniggering at this moment, the idea of me actually putting the trigger and actually being consistent at the target.
5 inches in truth, it's quite generous in truth.
Okay.
I think you'll find that you're fine. That's going to be from 100 yards.
Okay.
I think you said to me earlier that maybe standing and prone, it's up to you. We've got to do some from standing.
Okay.
But prone is another typical one, because I think you've done a bit in Scotland as well, haven't you?
Yeah, so I've shot 1 deer in my life. And that was with Neil Roundtree up in Scotland on our niche, and it was November, it was crisp, it was beautiful, and I had people around me that I was really happy to be around and confident that they would sort me out if there's any problems.
Yeah.
What my problem was sight picture, or picking up the deer, no problem at all.
Okay.
But I didn't feel anything.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't, because I've seen the shot picture so many times.
Yeah.
I don't think I got any sort of increase in heart rate or anything like that, but you just wanted to do a good job.
Well, I mean, that's perfect, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm going to.
If you're not getting that, dose of
but I'm worried I'm
adrenaline.
really cold.
I'll see if I can put a bit of pressure on you today.
No, do it.
No, so what we'll be doing, I mean, the idea behind this is you've got this 5-inch area, which really represents what we would reckon on the kill zone on most deers. This is a slightly smaller depiction of a deer. A real deer is going to be a little bit more in line with this sort of size here.
Yeah.
And you can see we've got a similar 5-inch circle there. So you can see how that represents on a target. And you'll have learned through the theory as well, of course, that where to place your shot. And that is, with your vertical crosshair coming up the back of the front leg, and then the horizontal crosshair coming about halfway up the animal. I think it's worth noting that in actual fact the heart is a little bit lower, sits lower in the chest. But what we're trying to do, and I hope came across well in the theory, is that we're trying to give ourselves the greatest chance of success. And that's why we come a little bit higher there into that heart and lung area. And that's what they consider to be, or what we consider to be able to achieve the fastest, most humane kill.
Yeah.
And that's the logic behind it.
I thought what was really good, sorry to interrupt there, Peter,
Please.
what I thought was really good was the graphics and the quartering. I thought that was really useful, just to explain that. I found that really helpful, actually.
Yeah, because I mean, in truth, you and I know that when deer stand, they don't always stand perfectly broadside to you. They're gonna be shifting around. So
Yeah.
good. No, I'm glad you enjoyed that. So just to recap, there's two elements to the practical element. The first one is marksmanship, and then the second one is safety. Lantra, which accredits this course, allows us to recap and do a little bit of tuition before we actually go into the assessment.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think it's important to note that not everyone comes with, or let's put it this way, people come with a differing level of skill, and it's a big ask, I think, for some people to go straight into the assessment. And we obviously want to put them at their ease and make them feel comfortable. I think we'll kick off on the target over here. Place 3 shots in there,
Yep.
and then I think, seeing as we've got this set up, maybe we'll place another 3 shots into here from a different position.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Good stuff. So what rifle are we using?
Well, actually, I thought I might give you a choice of 2. We've got something a bit fun here, I think. We've got a Kit Plough K95 Blaser rifle. That's in 6.5 Creedmoor.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the other one, we've got a Seiko 85. Which I think what will be interesting about this is it'll give you the chance to try
Do I get
a
extra
couple of
points?
very different
Extra points
style
for
ones.
this? No bonus points. No.
Yeah, well,
That's
I tell
cool, no,
you,
it's
what, you know,
brilliant.
it's quite a challenge if you can learn to shoot both, isn't it?
No, I think
You'll
brilliant.
find that the reloading is a little bit slower on that, I
Yeah,
think,
slightly.
but,
But when it comes to other verification that's being done around the country,
yeah.
people will tend to bring their own rifles. Are you finding that?
Yeah, I mean, they can bring their own rifle, or they can use one of the assessors.
Okay.
So, the AVs will have a rifle ready that's pre-zeroed and ready to go. And in truth, because most people are beginners to it, who are doing the course, they're turning up without a rifle because they haven't got their firearms license yet.
I was going to ask you how many don't actually have a firearms license when they get to this point.
Yeah, I mean, for a lot of people, doing the PDS1 is the kind of prerequisite for most people who want to apply for a firearms license. Because, as you know, the police want to see that someone is safe and competent, don't they?
Yeah.
And one of the ways of demonstrating that is by having completed a course.
Cool. Peter talks me through each rifle and asks me to go through the motions, dry firing, before I start shooting.
Okay.
Go on.
Okay, well, it's a good first effort. There's a few things going on there, though, David.
Okay.
Firstly, you've got it off in a slightly different way. As I say, it's not pass or fail.
Yes, I know.
Okay.
It wasn't very neat though, was it?
Well, it's fine. And the other thing is, you've got a thumb hole stock here, and you're kind of holding it this way rather than actually utilising that pistol grip.
Okay.
So I know that's empty, so I'm just going to take that off again, and I'm going to show you one more time.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'll talk you around it the next time. So literally, just lean it against you. Pull it towards you. Okay, you're lifting it off here at this point. Just pull it towards you.
Cool.
Okay. Grasp the gun.
Yep.
And off your shoulder.
Yep.
Okay. Transfer your grip here.
Okay.
Okay. And then you're literally just placing it down here and in.
Fine.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. Good. Right. It's empty. Nothing in it. Back over to you again.
Can I say it's been a really long day already? That's like,
it's nice.
Who's editing this, James? Me or you?
Nice to get you out your comfort zone, I think, isn't it?
Totally, it's horrible.
Go from
All
cameras
right,
to
forward,
rifles.
forward.
That's it. Good.
Right, have I got that? I'm going to look.
That's really good.
Pull that forward like that.
That hand comes
down into
perfect.
the perfect grip.
Good.
Okay. And I'm going to set this up on there.
Good.
I'm going to pull that back, and it's going.
Nice.
You want it underneath?
We'll just sit it there.
Okay.
That's fine, so it doesn't get in your way. That's really good. Now you can hold it like that, David, but I tend to do that. If you think of showing your palm to the target and you grasp between finger and thumb, you can very easily push with your finger or your thumb then to get that movement across that front beam. Does that feel natural?
That's good. Yeah, really like
I'd say that looks pretty good actually.
Scope's lovely.
Good. I'm going to just adjust that slightly, make sure it's nice and clear for you. So if I come, is that getting deteriorating or getting better?
That's deteriorating.
Okay, I'm going to come back the other way. You tell me when it's at its sharpest.
Yeah, lovely.
There.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So when you're comfortable now, David, you're in the aim, you're about to fire. All I want you to do is thumb your safety catch off. Good. Hand comes back in, reacquire your target, and then gently onto the trigger and take your first shot.
Dry fire, yeah?
Yep.
It's not slick or pretty,
Good.
but the
That
rifle
looks great.
does end up on the sticks.
So bottom left target, David. Great shooting. Very good, really good. Brilliant. I mean, that's really good shooting. So that completes the first part of the shooting assessment, the marksmanship assessment, which is 3 shots from 100 yards from standing. Okay. And I think now you've nominated a prone shooting position for the next one. You can do it from kneeling, you can do it from a high seat, you can do it those sort of things. But what we like to see really is you utilising a shooting position which you think you would in the field. So you can imagine perhaps a lot of Scottish stalkers or might employ a prone position. I think you shot up in the Highlands, haven't you, before? So I think that will work very well. We'll put that rifle away because that one is now redone. We're going to move on to the Seiko, which would be a typical turn bolt action rifle.
Brilliant. Okay.
Great stuff. Let me take that from you, if I may. Thank you. All right, very straightforward.
With 3 shots taken, it's now onto the prone position. Again, Peter explains what he wants to see before the assessment starts. Sorry, a bit of fiddling around here.
No, take your time. There's absolutely no rush.
Oh.
Do you know, I think you've put that straight over the top of the other 2, which is very, very good shooting. We'll go down there, we'll have a little look at the target, but it looks to me like you've almost got 3, one on top of the other. Well done. Good, let's unload the rifle.
Let's have a look.
Good.
See, there's hidden talents, you see. Hidden talents.
All
I've been telling everybody
all
for
that
years.
time behind the camera. You should have been in front of it,
but
man.
I was obviously being educated by the best, eh?
No, that's really good. Good shooting. Thank you.
It's all looking promising, and it's the moment of truth.
Good. I think that's some good shooting, David. Very well done. No, seriously, very
a bit
well
rubbed
done.
off then. A bit's rubbed off.
Really. No, it's brilliant. So let's have a little look at this first one here then. Okay, so we've got our first 2 shots here and a 3rd shot there. And what's really interesting about this, I think, is in relation to shot placement, because you can see your shot there is maybe about 1 inch to 7 o'clock. And if you apply that to the target over here, some people talk about going for a heart shot. Well, let's look at that heart shot and apply the same here. And in actual fact, you could see, even if you were going for that central heart shot, you've potentially got an injured animal. And this is why we always say that it's best to give yourself a margin for error, not just because of your marksmanship, but also because sometimes you misjudge distance. And that can have an effect on the point of impact as well. Say, for example, you think it's 100 yards, but actually it's 150 yards. Well, your bullet's going to be dropping off, isn't it? And so if you're just determined to go for your heart shot and you've misjudged the distance, or your marksmanship isn't absolutely perfect, then you potentially have an injured animal. Whereas if you are in the centre of the heart and lung area, the cavity, the chest cavity, and you come 1 inch low, you're still in that chest area. Okay. And you've got a good humane death. But overall, really good shooting. So let's move on and have a little look at your prone shots, which, I mean, look at this, folks. Honestly, this is quite generally very, very good shooting. So David, you are here, literally 3 almost on top of each other, which I think just shows what an amazingly zeroed rifle it is. You know.
Yeah, nothing to do with natural talent.
No, very well done, David.
Thank you.
Really good shooting.
Thank you,
That's
thank you,
fine. We've got that 5 inch area here, and that would be a good killing shot from both positions.
I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Thank you.
Good. No, it's been an absolute pleasure to see you.
Good. Do I get a certificate then?
You do.
All of these years watching the pros must have paid off. And if a deer stood around long enough for me to get the rifle off my shoulder, I'm confident I'll be able to take a safe shot. To find out more about the courses available through the Shooting and Hunting Academy, there's a link below, and you can sign up to the PDS one through the Fieldsports Channel website.
Thanks, David and Peter. As mentioned, you can join the Proficient Deer Stalking course, the PDS1, via our shop, link below. You can also find out more about the course in this week's podcast. Is the Proficient Deer Stalking Certificate 1 for you, where David and Peter talk more about what it is and why it is worthwhile. There's a link to that below too. Now, more from the dynamic duo. Gosh, they had a busy day. Our raffles at fieldsportscompetitions.co.uk include a Hart Izzard jacket this month. As well as offering courses, Peter is also agent for Hart, and here he is talking about the jacket you could win.
That's a very smart jacket you have there, Mr. Jones.
Thank you very much, David.
On fieldsportscompetitions.co.uk. Tell me a little bit about it. First of all, what's its name?
Yeah, well, in actual fact, it's a cracking jacket. I've taken to wearing it a lot. It's Hart's Izzard technical jacket, and it's got loads of good features, actually.
Quiet.
Yep, it's lightweight, quiet, waterproof. It's got an integrated graphene lining, which effectively, what's great about it is it dissipates heat when you're warm and retains heat when you're cold. So I mean, it generally is good, and it's got some cracking little extras on it. It's got this lovely bullet pouch badge here, which takes you around there, and it's been very well thought out. It has very long vents, for example, on the side, so you can get rid of heat if you need to.
Okay,
which is,
so you're working
really,
with Hart
really good.
now?
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, and these are available on the Shooting and Hunting Academy shop. It's kind of my go-to jacket now, because some of them are so heavy, you know, some of these coats, but this is lovely. It's got packed with loads of features. I wear it all the time now, and it's yeah, it's clothing that I think has been really well thought through.
Thanks, Peter. There are 3 other raffles underway, including a £3,000 Schmidt & Bender Scope Plus Bushwear Thorn Guard Pro Gaiters and Leggings, and a Pard Night Stalker Pro. Tickets start from £1.29. And that's it for this week. If you haven't done so already, please visit our website, fieldsportschannel.tv, where you can click to like us on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow us on X and TikTok. You can subscribe to us on the YouTube, or pop your email address into our weekly newsletter box, and we'll contact you about this show. Fieldsports Britain is at 7 p.m. UK time every Wednesday, and this has been Fieldsports Britain. Good hunting, good shooting, good fishing, and goodbye.